Okay, so now we put 3 times 5 plus y equals 15.
15 plus y equals 15, and you subtract from which is 0.
Yep, you subtract 15 from both sides, and y equals 0. So these two lines intersect at the point 5, 0. There's nothing wrong with 0 as an answer. That is the point on the x-axis 5 units out. Nothing wrong with getting that as an answer. Okay, now let me go back to my question that I started to ask too soon. What was it that made this work so well? Yasmin? Very close. The coefficients. It was the... yeah, the y's automatically canceled out. Between the two of you, you said it the way I wanted to. This was a plus y here and a minus y here. If you see that, and they're both in standard form, if you had plus 5y and minus 5y, they'll automatically disappear. Go ahead and add them. It'll be pretty easy. And all you have to do is follow this first rule, that you can add or subtract them. Here's where it gets exciting. What if you don't have a plus y and a minus y? That's where the second rule comes in. You can multiply an entire linear equation by any number. I'm going to pick one from the book now, because if I make up the example, the numbers will be hideous fractional decimals. Actually, the book example has hideous fractional decimals too. Let me find one that doesn't. Here we go. Okay. Rodney, can you follow me over here to this part? Okay. If we have two examples. Okay. If we have 2x minus 4y equals 13 and 4x minus 5y equals 8. Okay, here's the problem with this one. If I just add or subtract these equations, that's one thing I didn't say. I just threw you into this example and didn't specifically say what the point to these two steps were. So now I'm going to go back and tell you what the point to these two steps were, is to get one of the variables by itself. If you want to get one of the variables by itself, you have to make the other one disappear.
You are.
I are what?
Oh, sorry.
What? Glad we had that conversation, Nevy. So much is clear to me now. Okay, if I add these two equations together as I have them, will either of the variables disappear?
Yes. No.
What would 2x plus 4x get me?
6.
6x. What would minus 4y minus another 5y get me?
1.
Minus 9y. Take away 4, take away 5 more, I'd have 9y. Take it away. So nothing will disappear if I add them. If I subtract them, nothing will disappear. Rodney, what's your thought?
Is that a 4 or a 9?
This is meant to be a 4 up here.
Oh.
So 4y, but negative 4y plus negative 5y would be minus 9y.
That is so scary.
Okay, so we can't make anything disappear right away. Here's where the second rule comes in. You can multiply an entire linear equation by any number. I mean, I could decide to double everything in this equation. I could decide to triple everything in this equation. I could multiply everything in this equation by 52.
Can you multiply both equations?
I could multiply this equation by 27 and this equation by 43. As long as I do it to every single coefficient and constant, I can do whatever I want to. What I have to pick is something helpful.
2.
What do you think, Micah?
Wait, do you have to do both of them the same number?
No, you can multiply, you just pick one equation and multiply it by any number, but you got to do every term in that equation.
Did you do the second one by 5?
Do the second one by 5. What would that get me?
20x minus
25y.
y equals 40.
I could. Would that help me
I guess not.
get rid of these? What can I multiply either of these equations by that would help me? Some of you are putting it together. Rodney?
The top one by 2.
Top one by 2. Here's Rodney's thought. If I double everything in the top one, that will change this system to 4x minus 8y equals 26, and we'll leave the second equation the same as 4x minus 5y equals 8.
Oh, and the 4's cancel out.
The 4's cancel out if we do what?
Subtract.
Subtract.
So can't you...
Hold that thought. Nimi's so close. And Sade's got another great
Well, she said negative. Multiply negative, but...
Well, here's the rule. I said you may add or subtract linear equations from one another.
So you can subtract it.
Yes, but if you subtract it, you have to subtract everything. Sade, your solution was also excellent. If I multiply the top one by -2 and then add them, that'll work the same way. I'll do another one that
So
way.
then you get
4x minus 4x.
which is 0, and then you get -3.
Hold on, -8y minus -5y. This becomes addition. So yes, that will get me plus 3y. And then I have 26 minus +8. What does that get me?
Wait, why can't you why should you just do the top bar?
18.
-2? And then add them?
We'll slow
You
down.
totally can. That'd be perfect.
What'd you say?
There's nothing wrong with either way. Okay, Micah says 26 minus 8 is 18.
Y equals 6.
Well, first double check me. Am I right so far on this?
Yes.
Nimi's confident.
I am thinking.
That always scares me when Nimi's confident.
Why?
Yes, y does equal 6. Are we done?
No, you plug the 6 back into the first equation.
Either equation in this case
Sure.
will be fine. But which one would you like me to plug it back into?
The first one, please.
The first one, Nimi says. And since she's being a slightly hyper participant today,
I'm not hyper.
we're going to roll with it.
Wait, I have a question.
Okay, yes, Amanda.
Why can't you use 4x minus 8y?
I'm sorry? We could. Use 4x minus 8y equals 26 and plug the y into that. You absolutely could. We could plug y into any of these 3 equations now.
Wait, what about... Wait. No, because on the other homework you told me that if I plug it into a certain equation, I would get myself into a little circle.
And that's always true in substitution. This is not substitution, new set of rules.
Oh.
I know, Amanda, you keep having to learn new things in math. It's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
It does. Yes, Laura.
When you go to plug it back in, it changes back to the original.
When I go to it doesn't have to. I could have plugged it back into here. I just thought I'd use this one because the numbers were smaller and it might be easier.
Wait, I have a
That's the thing, you have a choice. I know, people hate choices in math. They're like, give me the method that'll work every time, and let me just do that method every time. But we're at the point where that doesn't work anymore. You got to think about it a little bit. Yes?
It's not gonna work. Can we plug it into the
It's not going to work.
Well, no, wait, no.
Let me try it.
It's the same thing.
2x minus 24
Equals 37. Oh, not.
equals 13. I add 24 to both sides.
Which is 37.
That it
It's
is.
going to be a fraction.
So 2x equals 37.
18 and a half.
So x
37.
equals 37 over 2.
But I had a
Why
question.
can't you just write a decimal?
Could
You can. What decimal is that, Sade?
18 and a half.
18.5.
Sade, haven't you figured that out by now? What am I more a fan of, decimals or fractions?
Fractions.
Just a personal thing.
Why?
Yes,
How
Nimi.
is that? Oh.
Couldn't you have plugged it
Guys.
back into the 4x minus 8y?